Hello and welcome. Today I have a really juicy hips and legs prenatal routine for us. There's a lot going on here during this time of our lives. Not only do our hips tend to carry tension and stress, just like our neck and shoulders do, but there's a lot of relaxing and separating and shifting and weight being placed in areas that we're not used to. So this becomes a point of pain and discomfort, and it can cause a lot of issues. So hopefully after today's routine, you're gonna feel a little more relaxed, a little more loose, and hopefully some relief in some hips and legs if you've been feeling any of those discomforts. So we're gonna begin in a chair, and I highly recommend you put the chair on something that won't slide. I have it on a yoga mat here, but we're going to move from the chair to the ground. And so you just want to do as much as it feels good to you. Never at any point should anything be sharp or painful or stressful. Everything should be done with ease and gentleness and relaxation. So let's go ahead and begin. Let's sit up nice and tall in our chair, widen the stance a little bit. We're just gonna open up the side body, opening it up with nice side stretches, just tilting, maybe reaching the arm just a little bit, not a full extension. But I'm gonna do this because we're gonna pull the side body out of the hips. So we're really pulling this side out gently and easy. And as you continue to side stretch here, it might feel good to just move in a little deeper, maybe stretch a little further. Do what feels right. If it doesn't feel right to stretch, don't stretch. Just tilt side to side. Feel that stretch or that lack of tension, just kind of loosen up that side body right there. Bring some breath in there with me, just breathing in nice and deep. Exhaling nice and slow. Maybe you get a little deeper. Maybe you stretch a little further. Good. I kind of like to do this and then arch a little bit because I feel it really stretch into the back of the rib cage there. So make it your own. And when you're ready, bring those hands to the knees. Give me some nice hip rolls. Good. Bringing that nice deep breath in. Maybe exhaling as you come back. Or inhaling. Feel your breath. Allow your breath to move you. Let's go ahead and shift the other way. Good. Opening those hips. Just bringing some fluid mobility into these joints. And again, only moving to what feels good for you. Now maybe you roll your back and in your chest. Roll your back. Push your chest. Or maybe you just inhale that chest. Exhale. Let's just move into the spine, relaxing those shoulders back and down. And then when you feel nice and loose, feel it out. We're going to gently come back to center and stand up. So we're going to take our chair here, and I'm going to rotate it so that I can hold on to the base of the chair, the seat of the chair. You're welcome to use the back of the chair, whatever is most comfortable for the range of motion that you like. But we're going to stand nice and tall, roll those shoulders back. Feet are slightly wide apart. And let's bend those knees slightly, bending at the waist, bringing the hands to the seat of the back or the back of the chair. Exhale, forward fold. And then inhale, slowly roll up one vertebra at a time. Chin comes up last. Inhale, roll those shoulders, lift. Exhale, bend. Come down. Drop that head. Extend the legs. Slowly rolling one vertebra at a time. One more time, inhale those shoulders up. Exhale, soften the knees, reaching towards your seat. And as you roll forward, begin to shift. I want you to just play with your weight here as you dangle
supporting yourself on your seat. Maybe you walk those legs out. Just feel what your body needs right now. Like I feel it in my calves and lower hamstrings. So it feels really good to shift and pedal those feet. Maybe cracking the toes. Maybe you're pushing back or walking forward. Some of you might be bending and extending. Some of you might be just relaxing here or shifting the weight side to side. Make it your own. Maybe do some little hip circles. And then when you're ready, we're going to inhale, pressing through the seat or the back of the chair. Extend those legs. Extend the back nice and flat, pulling through the crown of your head, as if something's pulling your head towards the wall in front and then pulling your tailbone towards the wall and back. Really extending the spine. Inhale nice and deep. Exhale, soften the knees. Come back to that nice fluid forward fold. Allow yourself to play with movement here. Letting the head dangle. Maybe you shake your head side to side. No. Maybe you shake it yes. See how that feels in the back. Walk it out. Good. Then slowly inhale. We're going to flatten that back, flatten the legs. You can try to play with maybe the movement here, shifting side to side with a straight back and straight legs. And then when you're ready, you can hold on to your seat or the back of your chair, whatever's most comfortable. We're just going to press one leg back, stretching the calf. So whatever's comfortable for you. I might even turn this around because I think the calf might be easier stretching from the top. Yes, very nice. So I want that lower back leg to get that stretch. We're pushing the heel to the ground and pushing our hips forward. Nice big deep breath. Find relaxation here. Lift through the crown of the head. Very nice. Go ahead and gently shift your weight so that we do the other side. Maybe bend that front knee so you get a little deeper, pressing the heel into the back of the ground. Nice flat back, so align yourself. Breathing in deep, relaxing, only go as far as it feels comfortable, as far as you can stretch gently. The calves are a really good place because we carry so much extra weight that's a lot of extra work for our feet to carry us on, and what supports the flexing of our toe, the flexing and the movement of our feet as we walk is our shins and our calves. So when the calf gets tight, pulls at the hamstring, pulls at the ITs and the hips, and can cause all these lower discomforts. So everything is connected. It's important to address them. As we come towards our chair, you might bring yourself to hold the chair and bring your hand into your foot, giving yourself a nice quadricep stretch. Breathing in deep and holding that chair for support. Pull that heel in towards the glute. Just as much as is comfortable. And then we're going to go ahead and release, switch to the other side. Good. And taking the time to scan your body as you do these stretches, feeling where you feel the tightness, feeling the difference, areas that might be needing more attention than others. Just take the time to acknowledge those. And then we're going to do hamstring stretch. So you can do this one of two ways. You can either turn towards your chair and extend one leg out in front and gently bend at the hips. If that doesn't feel stable, you're welcome to sit down. Sit at the edge of your chair, extend, and bend at the hips. Whatever is most comfortable, feel free to do so. Just whatever you do, keep your back nice and straight and begin to bend at the waist only. You might have to widen that leg or widen your stance a little bit to make room for a belly if you've got the size that needs some space.
And try not to put your weight here. You're extending this foot up so that we're pulling that hamstring muscle and we're just bending. So I've got my elbow rested on the front here and I'm just reaching gently with the other hand. Feeling that nice hamstring stretch. Bring in that deep breathing, exhaling through the mouth. Allowing yourself to just sit comfortably in the stretch, and then we're going to gently move up and change sides. So lifting through the crown of the head and gently reaching towards the other toe. So everything is nice and gentle. Everything feels good. Everything is relaxing, even though there might be some tension here where we're stressing or stretching. and then we're going to lift through the crown of the head, maintaining a nice flat back and breathing in through the nose. Checking in with ourselves, asking ourselves if there's any way we can make this stretch or pose more comfortable, or if we can make ourselves more at ease, or maybe get deeper, and then gently come back up. Good. Sit on your chair if you're not seated already, and just give yourselves a little windshield wiper. So we're just tilting our hips side to side. Knees are gonna tilt side to side. Just kind of massage those glutes out a bit. Nice. And then what I'm gonna encourage us to do is stand up, bring our chair or whatever we need to help us get into this position. I like using the seat of my chair, I like bringing one knee down and one knee forward. You can also bring a blanket or a soft towel under the knee, and I'm gonna just gently use this chair to put my elbow on or whatever is most comfortable to ease my hips forward to a nice low lunge. So most importantly, get something on that knee so that it's comfortable. If there's any discomfort or anything that doesn't feel right, don't force it. Make sure you have that knee nice and supported. Breathing in nice and deep, opening the hips, and then gently coming out. And then we're gonna do the other side here, opening that hip. So maybe your open hips might even just be this far. On this side, I can tell for me, this is quite good enough. The other side felt like I could go a lot deeper. But I feel enough tension in my hips to just stretch right here. And that feels really good. So we're just gonna take the time to allow that stretch to sink in. And when we're done, we're just gonna gently pull away. So I'm gonna move the chair out of the way now, and I'm gonna come to my hands and knees. And from here, we're gonna move back to the calf, pressing one toe back, pushing the heel towards the back of the room, extending that leg. You can take the bent knee and either tuck the toe or flatten it, whatever feels good. And again, if you need, please make sure you have cushion or comfort beneath the knee. You can do this in bed too, if that feels better. And then we're gonna gently lift and pump back into that calf. Lift and gently press back into that heel. Good. Switch sides. Other toe pressing back into the heel. Focus on deep breathing. Relaxing. And if it feels good, lift that heel. Gently pump back. Lift and come back. Good. Then we're going to take ourselves to our hands and knees, and we're going to gently, just as much as feels comfortable, give some gentle hip rolls. We're not doing anything huge. Nice conservative hip rolls. Just opening up the hips and back here. Lubricating those joints. Now go the other way. Good. Feeling nice and good here. As much as it feels comfortable. And then bring your hands beneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. Nice hands and knees position here. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze and tailbone. Exhale, gently drop the chin, tuck the tailbone, round the back.
Again, picking a range that feels comfortable. Moving with the breath, so exhaling, rounding the back into cow or cat. Inhaling, cow face pose, lifting the gaze, make sure the shoulders are down. Maybe here you shake the hips a little bit and gently come back to center. Play around with what feels good to you. Some people like to make nice little circles instead. Other people like to flex and do some pelvic tilts. Really good for massaging the colon and the digestive tract. Maybe you shake your hips side to side, opening up that side body. Take the time to make it your own and do whatever feels good here in this position. And then when you're ready, we're gonna come into a nice, easy seated position. So from this nice, easy seat, we're just gonna gently inhale those shoulders up. Exhale the shoulders down. Good, and what you're gonna find here is in an easy seat, one leg is gonna come in front of the other. So it's crisscrossed, one leg in front of the other. And we're just gonna walk ourselves so that we can lift through the chest, bringing the hands in front of us and gently bending towards those legs, but keeping the sits bones on the ground and just gently moving forward as far as we can. Feeling that stretch maybe in one glute or one hip more than the other. It's normal to feel it on one side more than the other. We're just gonna breathe nice and deep here, relaxing those hips, allowing them to get stretched, these glutes, all the glute muscles getting stretched on this one side. Maybe you can come a little deeper, maybe forearms come to the ground. Keep your back nice and straight. Beautiful thing is there's this nice gap here in between your legs where the belly can sort of cradle. And then when we're ready, we're gonna gently come up and walk our fingertips up. And now look down, whatever leg is in front, we're gonna move that leg to the back. And we're gonna lift through the knees, both sits bones on the ground, shift, make sure you're centered. And exhale, walking down. And now you're gonna feel the other glute on the other side of your leg, or maybe the other IT, you know, the outside of the leg. Feel the stretch a little bit more, a little bit deeper. It's totally fine. Good, maybe you sway side to side and feel that stretch. I like taking, what's being stretched is the leg in the front. So my right leg's in front. So I would take my right hand and I like stretching it out and over as long as the sits bones stay on the ground. It deepens the stretch a little bit more for me, but only what's comfortable. Maintaining that nice deep breath, slow exhale, straight back. Good, gently coming up. Walk yourself up nice and slowly. Now we're gonna bring the bottoms of our feet together, making a nice diamond. Lift through the chest and gently tilt forward. Now, as long as this is comfortable here on your hips, you're gonna feel a nice deep stretch here, deep in the glutes. The most important thing is that your glutes are not clenching up. So if they're clenching up, you might give yourself a couple little butterflies. You might actually lift the hips and then gently bend. Maybe it's the slightest little bend. But just play with it and see if you can get that nice stretch, because it's gonna stretch deep into the glute muscle and into the IT bands. And this is the area that gets really tight, especially towards the end of pregnancy when we get really heavy and we're in a sideline position for most of the time. This part is sinking in bed. It's not getting a lot of fluidity or blood flow. It's getting tense, so we're gonna just try to relax that. Sometimes I like to sway side to side. Good. Now we're gonna walk this up. If you want something even deeper into the same back area of the hips and the outer thighs, we can take the same easy seat, and instead of having one foot in front of the other, only if this feels comfortable, and you're looking for something deeper. Like we did this easy stretch and you're like, oh, that's a good warm up. If you're looking for something even deeper, we can take that leg that's in the front
and place it on top of the leg on the bottom. So the foot kind of rests in the nook here of the knee, or the bend in the knee. Scooch up nice and tall so that the knees are quite equal. This is called fire log pose. Lift, and then give yourself a nice slight bend. Both sits bones stay on the ground. Maybe hands come forward to support. And this gets even deeper into those IT areas, and it feels so good if the easy pose is not deep enough for you. Remember, after you do one side, come up nice and easy and then switch sides, so whatever leg's on top, the other leg goes on bottom. You can even make sure that these legs are nice and even. So if the bottom leg, the heel is into the groin, scooch it out so that they're parallel. And then we're gonna lift both sits bones on the ground. Nice gentle bend forward. Now, if this is too deep for you, you can go ahead and do that easy pose again. I always recommend these nice, easy seated forward folds to really unlock the glutes and the lower back. You gotta make sure your back's nice and tall, and you don't wanna just do it once. You wanna cycle through this a few times to just ease into it a little bit deeper, breathing in nice and deep. You know, at night, sometimes I like to watch a documentary and just sit like this as I watch a documentary, trying to get into some nice stretches before bedtime. And it really helps relieve a lot of that hip pain or that kind of dead leg sensation that you can get in the middle of the night. And then coming out of it, we're gonna gently lift up, bring those feet to the ground, legs nice and wide, windshield wiper, really roll onto the glutes. Watch how when I tilt, I roll onto the glutes. This gives this nice massage into the glutes, and that feels so good after stretching it deeply. And I want you to take the time to just sit up. Nice easy seat. Close your eyes, inhale through the nose. Exhale, do a nice body scan, ask yourself how you feel. And you can stay here in this nice easy seat with your eyes closed, or you can blink your eyes open, taking the time to thank yourself for giving yourself a little bit of self-care. This will help bring more relaxation and ease in your body. It will help relieve a lot of the pains that comes with growing really heavy and expanding the hips during pregnancy. So thank you for taking the time to be here with me. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. And until next time, namaste.